We are in Starks, Louisiana, at the top of Calcasieu Parish near the Texas border. And something strange has been occurring here for seemingly as long as people have called this area home. But first, go to patreon.com/LouisianaDread and you'll get access to exclusive content, like more Louisiana horror stories like this one. Residents of Starks have told stories of odd happenings and encounters around Ellis Hill. If you're going north on LA 109, Ellis Hill, according to locals, is the first hill you come to after leaving Starks, north of I-12. The main thing people claim to have encountered is a strange light that hovers on or above the road at night. Now, most people have attributed this to the bioluminescence in the swamp, commonly called swamp gas, when organic matter decomposes. Others have claimed this to be the feu follet, which you can learn about in our video here. People have also claimed that they'll be driving along this road and suddenly all of the electrical equipment in their cars go dark, including watches and cell phones. A campfire of sorts can be seen in the woods, but as soon as you get past it, the vehicular electronics come back to life. More interesting accounts have claimed to see a pair of headlights appear to come out of nowhere, only to vanish before reaching you. Legends of ghost wagons or ghost trucks have been posted on online forums since the beginning of the internet, but several stories have spawned those eerie tales. A man used to have a home atop Ellis Hill, but one night it burned to the ground with him in it, so he's doomed to wander the area and haunt travelers. Another possibility is that a man was hanged from a tree that's still near Ellis Hill. The guy stole a horse and the owner evidently caught up to him and did the deed. Perhaps the most chilling story about Ellis Hill that I've come across involves an entity that can only be described as sinister. This couple lives in Starks and will remain anonymous, but the story begins with the husband not being able to sleep one evening. He gets in his car to drive to the gas station for a pair of cigarettes and stops at the train tracks out of precaution. He glances down the tracks and sees what he describes as a horrible creature walking out of the ditch up onto the tracks going in the direction he was coming from. He describes it as standing upright as a human would, but on hooves instead of feet. It had the legs of a goat, but the chest and arms of a man. It looked like a human face, only with sharp, jagged teeth, slanted eyes that were pure evil, and long, nasty hair. The man returned home to tell his wife, and the couple were obviously frightened, but that wouldn't be the end of it. A week later, the local preacher came by the house and said that God himself sent this preacher a message to visit the couple and warned them that they were in great danger and to leave the house immediately. As the couple gathered their belongings and walked out of the door, they heard a horrific noise. To their horror, that creature was standing in their yard. Now, according to them, it just stood there making that horrible noise while they ran to their car and they sped away. The next day, the couple came back to their house in order to bless it with holy water, and they saw the hoof prints in the dirt all around the house. They moved away almost immediately, but have since, astonishingly, moved back to that same home after some years, and neither of them have said they've since seen the beast. A group of paranormal investigators known as Old Number 7 Society, or simply O7S, has done extensive research on the area. You can check out their work online as well, but some locals attribute these lights to some demonic entities that roam the wooded area surrounding Starks. Whatever the case may be, this road has some eerie occurrences and has had them for a long time. So it would be wise to not travel or walk it alone, especially at night. You never know who or what you'll encounter. We couldn't bring you this information without your support on Patreon, and we'd like to thank all of those who have already contributed and encourage anyone right now to consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/LouisianaDread. And for more Louisiana history, horror, folklore, and culture, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Kyle Crosby, and this is Louisiana Dread Quick History.